Yo, it is the relaunch of PS, the podcast, hosted by me, Reg Thomas. Yeah, at this point, I'm basically the Joe Button of comedy, so now I'm just podcasting in my house. Guys, I'm very excited to be back with y'all. I got a lot of things to get into with y'all. Shit, first of all, let's get into it. My new recording space is in my crib. I love my house, so that's two things. If y'all, cause I really did my best to try to design this little background and make it feel vibey. If you look here, this is like my favorite thing that I just acquired in the house. This is a poster with like all the rappers that were popping from the 90s all the way to like the early 2000s. To an 86 baby like me, this is like the 16th chapel. Like this is fine art. Diddy is in this, so like you might have to edit him out, but like I love that. Then all the tags from different shows and festivals I've been at. A Yankees hat, my red Yankee. A couple books I read for comedy. This big ass jukebox that still works. Yeah, so I'm trying to make it vibey for y'all. The vibe of this show, man. I know, I'm known for being a stoner, but the vibe of this show is way much more than that. Like this, we are very productive on this side of town. I've been going through a lot these last year and a half, 2 years since the last podcast I did with y'all. So I'm gonna get into some of that with y'all, but I'm just excited to be back, man. I'm excited to be rocking with y'all, being funny with y'all, sharing my life with y'all, my views, and building, giving y'all something, giving the supporters who support me something to come back to. I plan on doing this, dropping these twice a week, Friday, Tuesday. So consistency is key. So we'll be there. Oh yeah, this by the way, this show is going to be really, really about my supporters and my fans. So this sweater right here if anyone knows me, I used to thrift a lot. This is an old Ram sweater. I used to be a big Marshall Falk fan back in the day. So I thrifted this sweater about 15 years ago. I went to my mom's house yesterday, found it, and it fits better now. Is it too small? Still, yeah, kind of. Am I going to give it away to one of my supporters? Absolutely. So this is how we doing it. First dibs. You feel me? Like first person to reach out to me. However you want to reach out to me, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, email, hit me at Reginald Thomas Comedy at Gmail. Whoever want this, whoever's a supporter and want this, it's yours. First episode back. All right, now what we get into? Do I want to get into the topics? Yeah, let's get into the topics first. All right, let's get into the topics first. What are the topics I'm gonna talk to y'all about today? I gotta figure out how to keep the camera steady, dog. It's a work in progress. All right. First thing I heard about this morning: Will Smith has been using AI. Is being accused of using AI in his to like make the crowds of his European tour look bigger, which is crazy to me because he's Will Smith, and I assume that he already has big crowds. Like as much as Will Smith likes the internet, I wish he realizes that it doesn't do him any good. Like Will Smith needs to stay off the internet. Actually, like him and technology is just like after iRobot, he's just been wild. Like he just need to let it go. This is why I care about this topic. For whenever y'all see me do stand up, understand that those are real laughs. Ain't no laugh tracks, ain't no AI. I'm killing for real. That's what I need y'all to know from this. My dog told me to talk about the mass shooter in NYC a couple weeks ago. That was about 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very guilty of being the person that anytime I hear about a mass shooting, I'm like, what was their race? And this guy he looked like Colin Kaepernick. I couldn't tell what this guy was. He looked like Lilo and Stitch. Where are they from? He looked like he was her people. This is what I gotta say about that. First, we had Luigi Mangione earlier this year. Then we had this NFL BlackRock offices being shot up. I think this is the beginning of the end. Luigi shot the CEO of a health insurance company, one of the biggest health insurance companies in the world. And this is why it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end because capitalism is very greedy, and it's the beginning of the end because no one's telling the truth. Not even in the media, not even in the news. That CEO got shot. It is sad as hell that CEO got shot. But for y'all to act like y'all don't know why the CEO of a health insurance company might be shot is ridiculous, dog. Like, it's because the nature of his job leads to him having to make decisions that may lead to the deaths of innocent people who have nothing to do with this decision making. That's why. It's because he is the employee of a company that has to answer to its shareholders. And this, you wanna know how fucked up capitalism is? When you're a publicly traded company, right? Like that health insurance company. When you're a publicly traded company and people give you money, invest in your company, let's say my company A wants to buy a plot of land where people are living on, right?
and this plot of land is cheap, and there's another plot of land that no one's living on, but it's more expensive. Because this is a publicly traded company, they have to buy, like they have to, damn, it's almost illegal not to make as much money for your shareholders as possible, right? So you have to, by damn near law, buy the cheaper land, force these people out of their place because you're a publicly traded company. That's how wicked capitalism is. They say, nigga, we bought the money so much that even if we catch you making decisions that don't make the most amount of money, you going to jail. That's how wicked capitalism is. Especially like, as far as dealing with like a publicly traded company. So when you see things like that, like it's not like poor black people who are at the bottom of the totem pole shooting these people. Luigi look like he come from money. Luigi look like he don't need to be shooting people. Like the guy who shot Black Rock in the NFL, dog, like, you might as well be shooting at the king and queen of America. Like these is not little niggas getting shot at. These is big dogs, and they getting shot by not so little dogs. The system is eating itself. Luigi is fighting the rest of his life. He's gone. He's done. But he was supposed to be living his life doing something better. But like the system eating us all, and it's eating itself. Now the one thing I do know about the system is that it will continue. So like I wonder where it all leads to.
Oh yeah, the sex workers thing. Yeah, we gotta get to the sex workers. The thing about all right, the sex workers. Yeah, that's the game I need to try to put some of y'all on. Gang, y'all got with these sex workers. Y'all gotta chill out, dog, fellas. Let's have a sit down, okay? First of all, I'm not here to judge anyone who wants to buy sex. I don't do it. I would never do it, but I understand people who do it, and it's not, we don't even gotta get into the whole gist of it. Like, I'm not here to judge anyone. I will say this: you can't stay there all the time. You can't just live on that side of society the entire time, dog. Because like, sex workers are predators, dog. Like, yeah, and like, especially if you a rich person, an athlete, a TV personality, like, just anybody with money, you're the whale. You're the trick. You're the target. This is one chick. This is one OnlyFans chick. I don't really into her joint like that, but like she's a pog. All right, we don't gotta get into it, but she's a pog. And in recent weeks, a dude she was dealing with leaked a video of her. They were having an argument in the house, and she had a gun, and she was headbutting herself with the gun, like beating herself upside the head, trying to bruise her body up so that she could call cops and like claim that he assaulted her. Nigga. Shannon Sharp just had to lose like $20 million to a chick that he was boning for 20 bands because he didn't keep himself under control. You can't let your ego, you can't let it all get to you, bro. Like, yeah, you are the guy who's in this position to be offered all these things, but like in big picture, what are they really offering you outside of like their body and like a couple moments of pleasure? Like, there's a hook with that. They want a lot to come with that. You know what I'm saying? And like they might outside of your money, they might want your peace. They might want to ruin just the peace and the lifestyle you live. And some of y'all like it too much. I remember I had a homeboy who asked me, Reg, you ain't never buy no coochie? I said, nah, I ain't never buy no coochie. And he looked me in my eye and said, you ain't never lived. Yeah, and like that be the other thing, yo. Y'all be black men with money acting like you don't really, yo, you had a target on your back the entire since you touched ground in America, you got a target on your back. Y'all get money and act like the target gone. Boy, the target bigger. Sex workers are predators, bro. I used to mess with this one stripper, bro. This bitch would come in my house drunk, demanding sex. I'm like, hey, ho, give me 2 minutes. But look, y'all can't be over like yeah. Listen, if you paying for a fantasy, right? Like when you deal with sex workers, put it like this: you paying for a fantasy. You can't believe that that's reality, dog. You can't start thinking that's your reality. You paying for that. That person don't. That person wouldn't do that unless you was paying for that. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Y'all gotta learn. We all gotta learn to love ourselves. Speaking of loving ourselves, man, this weekend, my best friend Jordan Rock is getting married, and he asked me to speak at his wedding. I'm excited about it. I'm a little nervous. I might freestyle, but yeah, I'm very interested to see how this all plays out, man. This wedding is beautiful. Like, I'm really inspired by my boy getting married because I've seen how intentful he was about getting married. How like he was very intentional with this girl when we first met. I remember that, like his first date with that girl. He texted me and said, "I think I just met the girl I'm gonna marry." And I text back, "That's crazy," because I was about to call you about a 2 man. But now he's happy, man. Like what I've learned from my boy is that like I don't want anyone I love to ever not know how much I love them or know how much I fuck with them. And like it's important to let the people know that you love know that. And on top of that, watching how much my boy as a stand-up comedian sacrificed and went through to make sure he could love up on this girl to the best of his ability really showed me what it is to I don't know if provide is the word, but give. Like give everything you got. I'm inspired by it, man, because yeah, man, in the last year and a half since I last talked to you, I kind of lost my way. Lost my way. A lot of things have changed in my life. And so, I had to learn and grow in it. Like I'm a dad now. Uh, I'm single again. And yeah, it's just a learning. It's just a space where I'm learning to grow. Like I'm in this new space. I'm mastering it, growing in it, learning to be my best champion while I'm figuring it all out. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. It's new. I'm very lucky that I have the people in my life that I do have that are there for me. And like it's just very important for me for them to all know how much I love them and I appreciate them. And yeah, man, while I'm going through this, yeah, it's just like I've been writing new jokes. I've been working on some shit too. What else we got? Oh yeah, like I didn't even tell y'all what else happened to me since I last talked to y'all. I've dropped 40 pounds. Like I was 225 pounds. I was doing, I was wild. I was eating too much. I was on the road too much. I was eating bad. I was drinking, smoking too much, and I just like got to a place last year, August, where I was just really fed up with myself and just did not like the person who I was looking back at, and I just locked in and decided that like I was going to change that. But you know what? It's also funny because when I decided I was going to change that, I was really in a debt. I was in a really bad place. I was sad as hell. So it wasn't like I was angry. I was more so like, for one, I could not do pull ups. So like I lost 40 pounds from eating clean and doing calisthenics, and I could not do a pull up or maybe more than two pull ups when I first started doing it. And it was just important to me. I wanted to be able to do pull ups like this, like real pull ups, and then eventually make even muscle ups. But a lot of people can't do pull ups. They're not easy. They're hard. And my whole philosophy when I started doing pull ups was I am showing up for myself. That's what it was. Because at the time I was feeling very alone. And I said, yo, everyone will flop on you, but you cannot be a flop. And that's what that was. It was just an agreement between me and myself not to flop on myself. And a year later, I done dropped 40 pounds. To sit here and say it, it kind of fucks me up. I came to realize like it was over the weekend. I realized I was down 40 pounds. I stepped on a scale for the first time, and it was 185, and I was like, oh shit. And what's crazy is when you lose a lot of weight, you realize how much more weight you gotta lose. You start thinking about how crazy you looked before. I'm like, damn, I was really walking around crazy. I think about my old girl. My old girl loved me to death because like nigga, I was walking around wild. But yeah, now I'm sexy, getting sexier. But it's it's all everything, right? Like I feel better. I'm in my best physical condition, my shape, in my life. For real, I feel the best I've ever felt. But then you realize when you're working on yourself, is more than that. Like you gotta work on the physical, you gotta work on your mental, you gotta work on your spiritual, you gotta work on your emotions. And so like I'm getting through all of that, and I'm not going about it no pussy ass way. I'm going about it the hardest way I can, cause ain't no other way to go about it for real. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go speak at this wedding, and I'm so hyped for my dog, yo. Like converted to Islam for his girl. Like I've learned a lot from him about what it takes to come out yourself and take the chance of like put being vulnerable. Take a chance. Take a chance. Give it a like you really do it the right way and see what happens. Don't regret, man, because yeah, you could have a lot of good people in your life and you'll lose a shorty. You'll lose a good nigga, a good shorty in your life because you was too scared to really put yourself out there. And like we all scared. Every one of us is scared. So you're not wrong for being scared. But you will hate. yourself for regretting that you didn't put in the work that you could have. So I encourage everybody today, cause like you know what else is bothering me? I feel like I keep seeing a lot of people nowadays who are loving with their minds and not their hearts. People are like, this look good on paper. This is how it should go, and I understand that. And like it's not to say that it don't work. I also understand that like your heart needs to be heard too. Run that back. Take a step on faith and just do what you're scared to do, and always be trying to move in the best possible direction to improve yourself. I've been working on a lot of material about friends recently, and it's like, man, when I got caught cheating, my homie, I came to my homie and I was asking for advice because I was like really fucked up about losing my girl, and he was like, "Yeah, dog, you was cheating a lot," and I got so upset with that nigga because you were cheating with me, dog. Like the fuck are you talking about? It had me so irritated because it was like, dog, like, all right, so let me ask your girl, at which number of bitches did you fuck was enough that she didn't? That she was like, I'll stay. Like, yeah, that shit just irritated me. I was like, for all the two mans we've been on, this is how you want to talk to me? Another bit I'm working on is not spinning back when I got stabbed. I got stabbed when I was 17, and I was with a group of my friends when I got stabbed, and we were in a brawl. And when I was in the hospital, I thought my friends would go get revenge and stab somebody back for me, but they didn't. And I remember really like holding a grudge against those guys for a while. And now that I'm old, damn near 40, I'm like, nigga, you wanted them to go kill somebody? Like, no. Like I was bugging. I was definitely bugging, but to be honest, that episode affected how I go about loyalty a lot. And loyalty is important in life and in relationships. And that instance, like I ain't gonna lie, I do have to work on my mindset about that episode in my life, but I know for a fact that right there really changed my idea what loyalty was, and made me not the best person for real. And the thing about growth is when you realize you're doing something wrong, even if you know why you did it wrong, you can't let that be the reason no more. Now you know why you did it wrong. It can't be the reason no more, and you got to stop doing that shit. So yeah, here we are. You know what I've come to realize? Girls, I don't know how true this is, but women make good friends. Maybe even better friends than men because the homies, I was hurt about my shorty. And the homies was like, just go get another bitch. And I was like, yo, did you never like my girl? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, another bitch is what got me here, dog. Like, I can't go. But girls would be like, girls, because all girls do is be in their heads. So they'd be like, oh, I see what's going on. You need a moment. You need to heal. I appreciate that. So shout out to all the homies that was there for me while I was going through all this. I got some other jokes about my dad. I'm working on my dad, and this nigga is solid as fuck. Like the older I've gotten, he just really respects my craft. My father gave me the best compliment I've ever received in my life the other day. Like I told you, I'm down 40 pounds. I went to his house, went to his bedroom to go see him, and my pop saw what I look like nowadays. He goes, "That's what a man looks like, nigga." I was ready to pass out. That was the best compliment I've got in my life. My pops is the man, yo. My pops has been fit forever. He's owned his own company. He's a welder, but he owns his own company for over 30 years now. He's been painted. He's a painter by like hobby. Like he's painted my entire life, just oil paintings. He made a portrait of my mom as a wedding anniversary when I was a kid. So like me and my dad, we weren't really close when I was a kid, but we've gotten really close as adults, as I've become an adult. And he's taken a real interest in my comedy, and is like in a real funny way where like he'll call me up and be like, I got one for you. I got a joke for you. This one is good, Reginald. He said, good one. I'm like, all right, but he'll tell me the joke, and it's like clearly like a dad joke that like has been passed down from other people. And he's like, yeah, now you take that, you change it around and make it yours. I'm like, all right, dog. But he just like he got several bits that and this is the thing. Because I'll play into it, I'll listen to the jokes and sometimes they'll be funny and I'll laugh and he'll be like, you see? And that's why he's not. And I'm like, all right, dad, like I get it. The one joke he got that is kind of funny is He one time he hired this guy. This guy was begging my dad for work. So my dad worked with nothing but Mexicans, like all his crew of Mexicans. So the guy's like, so my dad's like, all right, I'm gonna make some space for you. You can work. So dude's working for my pops. Maybe an hour and a half into the day, like like at a construction site, it's like an 8 hour, 10 hour day. Hour and a half, homie's like, yeah, Gene, that's my father's name, Gene. I'm done. My father's like, what do you mean you're done? He's like, I'm done working. I'm good. That's it. He's like, I thought you working. He goes, nah, I'm done. I don't want to do no more. My pops goes, but I did all this work to squeeze you in, and now you gotta squeeze me out. I ain't gonna lie, squeeze me out is funny, but my pops thinks that like that's gonna get like an HBO special. I'm like, dog, all right, man. But like, I'm just so happy that he's like my pops really thinks I'm that nigga, and like that means the world to me. So like, I'm just happy he's here and he's rocking with it. So like, yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to make one of these jokes fall into the set. But yeah, shout out to my dad. All right, this is what I really want to rant about. To everyone who voted for Trump, who was mad about these immigrants, are y'all happy now? They done got rid of all the Mexicans, dog. The produce in America sucks. I'm a black man. You think I want to be the person saying this in a camera? But dog, I haven't had a good watermelon all year. All right? Y'all got rid of these Mexicans. These Mexicans were working on these farmlands for years. They knew the dirt. They knew the soil. They're taking our jobs. White people, y'all don't want to work on no damn farm? Who working on these farms now? A bunch of meth heads? Trying to get their shit together. Every apple you taste feels like it was picked by a white guy who was thinking, I could be doing so much better with my time. Like, yo, why? Why did y'all have to kick? Yo, y'all kicked out too many of the Mexicans, bro. Y'all got to bring back some of the Mexicans. Like, that's all I'm going to say. The produce in America sucks, dog. Like, last year, I had a golden plum. The Biden administration, the Biden administration was making up fruit. That's how good shit was. Have you guys ever had a donut peach? Them shit's been out for like 3 years. Trump out here for 1 year. The donut peach is humongous now. For what? Y'all fucking up, bro. Like, y'all don't want these jobs. They taking our jobs. Y'all don't want these jobs. The shit that gets me pissed off is that America is a shithole all because we had one tiny black president. And like, dog, let me be real with you. He's not even that black, okay? The blackest thing about him is Michelle and Newports. It could have been way blacker. White people, if I was president, I'd have been on y'all asses day one. God damn, yo, y'all gotta relax.